The divisional round continues on Sunday, and I have a pick in both games, which includes an anytime touchdown. We're going to look at Texans against the Patriots and the Rams against the Bears. I'm going to break down each game with plenty of analysis. Welcome to the channel. My name is Peter Apple, and my only goal is to give you the best free picks with the best free analysis that I can muster. And all I ask for in return, it's real simple, keeps everything free. Just smash the like button. Make sure to comment down below. What are your favorite picks for these two games? What do you think about my picks? You tailing? You fading? Let me know in the comment section. And of course, make sure to subscribe as we got more NFL playoffs on the way. And I'm going to be breaking down all of these games. And without further ado, let's start with the early game between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Texans travel into Foxborough after a big time win against the Steelers in the wild card round, winning 30-6, and the Patriots took care of the Chargers, winning 16-3. Now, if we want to talk about the spread real quick, we can. Problem is, I don't show a lot of value. I make the Patriots about minus 2.7 favorites. So a juice 2.5 at the opener, I thought that was the correct call. But the books, they took a bunch of early Patriots money, shooting it all the way up through the key number of 3 to minus 3.5. But now it's fallen back down whenever you get up to a reasonable plus 3.5. The public sharps, I don't know, somebody's taking it big and bumping it back down. But it keeps going up 3.5. That's what we see right now in the market. So there really just isn't enough value for me to get involved sidewise. But if you're a veteran of this channel, you know, and hopefully you rode with me, taking the Texans Super Bowl futures and to win the AFC. We have a bigger bet on the AFC and a sprinkle on the Super Bowl. So we are certainly Texans fans over here. But the total is what I really want to talk about for my best bet. So we saw two lower scoring games in the wild card round between these two teams, both going under. And the public sentiment is that we should see another low scoring game here, as the under 40.5 is one of the more bet sides or totals for the entire week. You look at everything across the board, Texans, Patriots under. It's one of everybody's favorite bets, and it makes sense. Texans have the number one defense in the league, but at the same time, there are plenty of worries surrounding the Texans' offense after what we saw last week. And it's simple. Patriots, they're not going to score much on this Texans' great defense, but on the same side, Texans' offense is going to struggle to put up points. And that sounds like an easy under, but whenever it sounds easy, it usually isn't. Just in theory, whenever two games go under, I like to look towards the over, right? Two separate games, those two teams are playing each other. Both those games went under. I like to look towards the under because sometimes there's some line value with it. And that's certainly the case here for a few reasons. Number one, just last week, Texans Steelers, total was 38.5. Are you telling me the upgrade to the Patriots offense from the Steelers is only worth 2 points? Patriots offense ranks number one in EPA per play. They have Drake May, who's the number one quarterback by EPA plus completion percentage over expectation, compared to the Steelers as the 18th best offense. And Rodgers looked like a statue out there. Look at Chargers, Patriots. That total was 46. This season, the Texans have actually had a better offense by EPA per play than the Chargers, albeit not by much. And of course, Texans have a better defense than the Chargers, even though the Chargers are a top 10 defense as well. 5.5 points? In the regular season, a game involving the Patriots hasn't gone under 40.5 outside of the playoff game since week 3. I love the Texans. Their defense is all world. But Drake May, I believe, should be the MVP. When I have a great defense against a great offense, I'm going to lean towards the offense. It's an offense-driven league. Not only should the Patriots be able to compete here, but the Texans' offense, I don't think, is nearly as bad as what they showed last week. And funny thing is, Texans offense looked terrible, right? CJ Stroud, ugh. Put up 400 plus yards on offense. The issue was Stroud just kept turning the ball over in the red zone or near it. And I think that was a complete outlier game for him. He's not going to commit 3 turnovers in this one. But let's start with how the Patriots are going to score. While they only put up 16 points last week, they still put up 380 yards on offense. Now, the pass defense for Houston is absolutely electric, but they can be exploited in a few ways that Drake May especially can take advantage of. The Texans can be beat deep. They can. They rank 21st in 20-plus air yard completions. Drake May is the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers lived on short passes. And I told you, we took Aaron Rodgers to take a pick. They're going to close in on that. But these two quarterbacks, they're not even close to the same. And May is also a high-end scrambler. Rodgers is a statue. Houston is vulnerable to quarterbacks who extend plays, scramble for explosiveness. And May has breakaway ability and the ability to punish man coverage with his legs. And the Texans, we know their defense is going to bring pressure, right? They can bring pressure with just four guys. That's what they do. And they demolished Aaron Rodgers, who ranks 36th out of 38 qualified quarterbacks against pressure and EPA per dropback. Drake May ranks fourth against pressure. Completely different ballgame. Now, Drake May, he got his first playoff game out of the way. And while this is a tougher matchup, the Texans allow more explosives than the Chargers do and are worse against scramblers. Over their final 5 games of the season, the Texans allowed 19.4 points per game against the Raiders, Chiefs, Cardinals, Chargers, and Colts. I think my projected team total of 22.7 for the New England Patriots is more than fair. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them get into the 24 to 27 point range. And on the Texans side, I'll reiterate, they put up 400 yards on offense last week, joining the Rams, Packers, and the Bears as the only teams to accomplish that during the wild card round. And all of them were in the high 20s, right? And the Texans, they got to 30, but that was mostly because of their defense. But they did score 2 touchdowns in this game, even though they committed 3 turnovers. A big area where I see the Texans continuing to have success on offense is in the run game, highlighted by Woody Marks. Similar to last week, they posted a 54% success rate against the Steelers on the ground. That's elite. And the Steelers have a top 10 run defense. The Chargers' game plan last week was horrible. I mean, Justin Herbert played terribly, and they completely abandoned the run. They only gave their running backs 12 carries. No, Marion Hampton getting hurt certainly doesn't help, but they just abandoned it. You have to run against this Patriots defense. They ranked second to last in success rate since week 10, and over the entire season, they ranked 22nd. Now, I know they're healthier, and I don't think they actually rank 31st. I don't think this is the second worst run defense. But is it still a weakness? Yep. Texans should be able to win on the ground, and then it's up to CJ Stroud. Just don't turn the ball over in the red zone or near it. Simple as that. I trust CJ to get it done. And with the total this low, we just don't need a lot. Just get in field goal range. 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals gets us to 20 points. But even something like a 24-17 Patriots win gets it done. Now, again, another reason this is lower is there should be a little bit of snow here, and people get afraid of the weather. People overreact to the weather all the time. We made money off it last week. But if you've heard Tom Brady talk about it, and other quarterbacks have uttered a similar sentiment, snow can be better for offense, right? The pass rush slows. They can't plant their feet and drive on a slipperier surface. Defensive players in the secondary get burned more often as well because they can't keep up. It's not really their fault. They can't plant their feet as well. When you're on offense, you know where you're going. It's much easier to plant your feet and go. So that's why snow doesn't bother me. It's wind or extremely cold temperatures that are the worst for offense. But it's going to be in the 30s, just a little bit of flurries. This total is simply too low. I really like the over between the Texans and the Patriots, especially under the key number of 41. Now, before we get to my next pick, remember all of my plays are on BetMGM. And if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code JustGridiron and when signing up, and you will get up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Just download the BetMGM app, sign up using bonus code JustGridiron. Deposit at least $10, place your first wager on any game. If that bet loses, you will get up to $1,500, whatever you wagered on it, back in bonus bets. And you get promos on top of it. Odds boost token activated on any pro football playoffs bet. If your pick hits, you're looking at an even bigger payout. Simple as that. And if you want a little extra peace of mind, grab your no sweat token. Attach it to a qualifying bet. Things don't go your way, you'll get your stake back in bonus bets. No sweat, literally. Remember, that's code JustGridiron on BetMGM. All right, Rams versus Bears. And this one should be easy. Rams minus 3.5. My model makes it minus 5. Based on pure numbers, Rams should roll. But damn it, the Bears got a magic to them. And I'm not getting in the way of that. Remember, I stayed off the Packers. My number said Packers. I stayed off. We took the over instead. Because damn it, I believe in the Bears. They're so fun to watch. They got some magic. They really, really do. So I'm not taking the Rams. But I do have a better pick. It's an anytime touchdown pick. It has better value than even taking the Rams based on my model, and it also makes total sense when we dive in. So last week I gave you Woody Marks anytime touchdown at plus 185. I had him projected as the most likely player to score in that game, and he ended up being one of two players to score. This game should have more scoring, but the man that I have priced as the most likely to score is priced as the third favorite right now, behind Puka Nacua, behind Devontae Adams. But I think he has a higher chance of scoring than the both of them, and we're going to take advantage. Kyron Williams handles an elite 67% of the Rams' red zone carries, giving him one of the clearest paths to touchdowns on this offense. Williams has already put up 10 touchdowns in the regular season, but the key here is that he can get them in different ways. Not only is he the running back getting the most carries in the red zone, but he's been excellent as a receiver down in the red area as well, catching 3 touchdowns in the regular season, and he did catch a ball last week for a touchdown. He ranks fourth on the Rams in red zone targets through the air with 9, compared to someone like Puka Nacua, who has 16. Obviously, Puka has more, but it's not that big of a gap. And Chicago, they rank 25th in success rate to running backs inside the red zone and allow a 50% success rate on runs inside the 10-yard line, a major vulnerability against Williams' usage profile. And Chicago has also allowed 6 red zone touchdown receptions to running backs this year. That ranks second to last in the NFL, further expanding Williams' scoring paths beyond just rushing attempts. So, for all those reasons, Williams should be priced a little bit higher than Devontae Adams or Puka. I actually think they're a little bit overvalued, and Kyron Williams is way undervalued. So I think the top of this touchdown market should be priced anywhere between minus 115 to minus 120, right? It's like a 53.5% chance I have of him scoring. I get plus 125 on BetMGM. Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that. Give me Kyron Williams anytime touchdown at plus 125 on Sunday night. So that'll do it for my best bets for Sunday. Again, if you're listening to this and it's still on Saturday, make sure to check out my Saturday plays. Hopefully they did well. Hopefully. I love them. I love all these picks. Hopefully you do too. And the best way to support all the free picks, just smash the like button, make sure to comment down below, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss any more of my plays for the rest of the NFL season. That'll do it for me. Thank you all for listening. Just remember one thing. It's very important. Not gambling advice.